Children under the influence of technology, we did not understand. But those whose consequences we live with today. These products were launched to us without guardrails, without education, without warning to any parents. They entered our homes quietly, catching families completely unprepared. We became the testing ground, and so did our children. You just heard from Lennon and Nikki about what it feels like to grow up inside these platforms. I'm here to share what it feels like to watch our children grow up in them, to see the pressures, the risks, the harms too many families know firsthand. I want to recognize KGM for her courage. She is the same age my daughter would be today, exactly the same. You know, and in many ways, Coco was like her. Impressionable, sensitive, just trying to fit in, and navigating the same digital world, facing the pressure that so many young people face today. KGM and Coco are and were vulnerable. And the truth is, in reality, all kids are vulnerable as they grow up and try to understand and figure out who they are and their place in this world. But these platforms don't just see vulnerability. They detect it, they analyze it, and often exploit it to keep kids engaged. KGM was exposed to YouTube when she was 6 years old. And we have found, I've been here in the trial listening to people testify, that YouTube has been targeting youth under 8 for years now. Under 8. We also found out that they say they have safety features that they've had since 2010, but none of those are in effect if you are not logged into the platform. And KGM spent most of her time using YouTube not logged in. So there are zero safety measures. Parents, please beware. We are not here because of the deliberate choices. We are here because of the deliberate choices made by big tech. We are not here because of the failure in parenting. I come here with survivor parents, and we were all good parents that cared for our children and used whatever tools and means were necessary to keep our kids safe online. And there are so many workarounds to those. There are so many problems with them, and they're Band-Aid solutions that are just not sustainable. That's why we're asking for more. Yeah, just one. Sorry. So anyway, this is about protecting children, and it's a cause that unites families everywhere. We want accountability, the truth, and transparency, and we're about to choose protection instead of experimenting on is what we're asking of these companies. Our children deserve to be protected from the start, and we will keep fighting until every child can grow up safe, supported, and free. Thank you.
Questions?
Go ahead.
I am asking for safety by design and third-party independent verification of the safety features for all of its users to make sure that when they say that they've made fixes, that they actually work. Until then, we are at a standstill.
No, and I'm saying warning labels are one small piece of the pie, but actually don't do what we need to do, exactly what Lennon said. We need safety by design. These platforms should not be every day trying to, make new safety precautions for kids. It's Band-Aid, as I said before, they don't work. We need comprehensive, safety design, and if that's forced through legislation, that's the way it should have to be. Our legislators need to act, and that's why we're calling on our Congress to pass federal legislation like the Kids Online Safety Act that would make sure that these companies were designing their platforms with the safety of our children in mind and having a duty of care that they're responsible for the products that they're putting out on the market.
Yeah. When I say third-party oversight, I just mean a trusted, verified, independent review of the safety features. I believe that big tech needs to innovate in the way that they prove to their consumers that their products are safe. And so I look to the innovators and the resources at big tech to figure out what that third-party independent verification of safety features would look like.
Sure. My daughter, Coco, just a couple weeks after her 17th birthday, was approached by a man on Instagram who groomed her, lured her to meet him, and gave her or sold her, we're not sure, a pill that she thought was Percocet for her anxiety, and it turned out to be fentanyl. And that day she left. Said she was going thrifting with a friend, and she never came home. But this was a long period of issues with Coco and social media because, like KGM, she was vulnerable to these things, and it really fed into, she had ADD, and it really fed into her need for dopamine hits all the time. All the features that they have are incredibly addictive, as we're learning in this trial, and that's what happened to my daughter and her downward spiral. And no matter what I did, I felt like I was playing whack-a-mole. I tried all the safety tools, I monitored her, I spoke with her about the issues, but kids these days, if they want to get to social media, they will get to social media, and parents don't have a chance because these multi-trillion-dollar companies are designing their platforms purposefully to be addictive for our children, and that is no match for any family, nor one that they should have to face. But they are going to continue to face us because we're not going to let it down, and we're going to keep on fighting like KGM. Thank you.